Well, good morning, friends. Listen, first of all, I want to show you my coffee mug. This mug is so pretty. I got this. It's handmade. It's night sky with like mountains. Can you see that? I just thought it was so gorgeous. I bought this maybe 2 years ago. Madison and I, it's a tradition for us now. They have a like craft show every year in the 1st of April. And we've gone several years now, and it's all local artists. They make soap, mugs, bowls. I have another bowl. Oh, let me show you this bowl. It's so cute. Hang on. Look at this. Oh my goodness. This was made local at Sweet Creek Pottery. So there it is. Isn't it so cute? So anyway, we go every year, and I pick up a few things when I go. And it's always close to our anniversary. So one year I got Brock a beautiful walking stick because he likes to go mushroom hunting and walking in the woods and things, and got that for him for his anniversary. So we just love it. So anyway, I thought I'd treat myself something special here. My beautiful mug this morning. Okay, so what are we doing here? Let me move that. I don't want to break that. We are going to make hamburger steaks and country gravy. Oh, now we're going to keep it carnivore. So what I've got here in my bowl is 3 pounds of ground beef. I'm going to add 2 eggs to this. Took my ring off because I'm going to have to get down and dirty here with my hands. I'm out of gloves. I need to pick up some gloves today. So note to self, I need to get some gloves. Should put my salt in first. Let me wipe my hands off here. So we're going to add in some salt. We're just going to keep this simple. Now, if you want to add pork panko crumbs, you can. I know some of you don't eat pork, so we're going to make it without. We've got some garlic powder. Use what spices you like. Got some minced onion. These I think are a little bit easier to manage. Like Elena will be here. She doesn't like a lot of onions. I love onions, so minced onion kind of get cooked in. Great way for kids or somebody who, you know, as long as they're not allergic. Don't put them in there if they're allergic. Steak seasoning. It's just a mix of different seasonings. What? I don't know. This is Mason's. It's his favorite. Listen, y'all, when he got home from the gym last night, he cooked a T-bone in the air fryer. He's like, Mom, he was real proud of it. He said, Mom, try this. It really was good. It wasn't frozen. It was thawed. And he used the steak seasoning on it. It was really good. I was proud of you, son. Now do your dirty dishes. And he did. All right, that's all we're going to do. This is simple. Now, get in there. Get that arm workout. You ever seen the SpongeBob episode where he has on the fake arms to impress Sandy? My kids loved SpongeBob when they were little. I enjoyed it too. I thought of all the cartoons, this is probably one of my favorites. All right, we're just going to mix this up. And then I'm going to cover it and put it in the fridge. I wanted to do this morning before I left for work. It's almost 9 a.m. That way all these great flavors can get mixed in with that ground beef before I finish it off at dinner time. Oh, this is gold. That's it. Super simple. You can just add salt and pepper if you want, if you're not doing seasonings. All right. I think we've got it good and incorporated. Got my paper towels here on standby. So I can get some of this wiped off. Now I go over here. There we go. Back here. All right. We're good now. Just going to cover this. These are my reusable bowl covers here. My nephew-in-law, who's married to my niece, he goes, you could just use shower caps. I'm like, well, probably could. Anyway, these are fabric. I just wash them like I wash dishes. So there we go. We'll put that in the fridge. And when we come back this afternoon, evening, we're gonna finish these off. I'll see you later. So it's getting close to time to prepare dinner. So I've got my hamburger that we put in the fridge this morning. I have my cast iron skillet heating up. Guess I should turn some lights on. So all I'm going to do is patty this up, and I'm going to brown the patties, and I'll come back and show you that. Okay, so that 3 pounds of hamburger, give or take, mixture made 12 patties. Here they are. Now, I didn't cook them through. I just wanted to get a nice sear on them, and I also wanted to get some of that hamburger grease to make our gravy with. So, ooh la la. So there we go. We're just going to put a nice little crust on those. Put them in a baking pan. Now listen, I got this a big whopper out because, you know, when you do carnivore and there's 4 of you, you need quite a bit of meat. So there we go. There's going to be 3 a piece. I also, for those who are eating salad, I have a salad in the fridge made up for those who are eating salad. So we're going to let these rest for a minute, and then we're going to make the gravy. So I'm trying to keep this particular recipe carnivore, but if you're doing ketovore, low carb, keto, you could totally, after you put a sear on your burgers, add you some onions and mushrooms and saute those. Ooh wee! Doesn't that sound good? Then put those on top of your burgers and then make the gravy and pour on top. Oh my goodness. That sounds delicious. Just trying to give you some other options here. You guys, Lola was snoring so loud I had to wake her up. Okay, so we browned put a sear on our hamburger steaks. I drained all the grease out, but about 2 tablespoons, and left those good burger bits in there. And inside here, I have 3 ounces of cream cheese. Now, this is going to act as our gravy thickener since we don't use flour. Get a spoon here. So I'm just going to get this cream cheese going here. Get it melted. Go. Now, if you're using like leaner meat, like maybe you want to use ground chicken or ground turkey or a leaner ground beef, then add you a couple tablespoons of butter or tallow or some lard or some bacon grease, something like that. Okay? All right. I'm going to give this a few minutes to get melted here, and then I'll come right back. All right, we've got that going there. I'm going to add, and I don't know, guys, I'm making this up, so I don't know how much beef broth. I'm going to do, let's start, with a half a cup of beef broth. And I may add more later, I don't know. Okay, so we're going to get this stirred around. We're going to get those good bits off the bottom of our skillet here. Get that all worked in together. We get all of that cream cheese worked out. And we have it up on medium heat because the cast iron can hold heat pretty well. So we don't have it up too high. I'm going to give this a few minutes to go, just about a minute or so. So we have a slow boil here on our cream cheese, our burger grease, and our beef broth. Now I'm going to add in 2 cups of heavy cream. And I may make more. I want quite a bit of gravy for those hamburger steaks. So I may add a little bit more. Just going to start with this. I'm going to give this a few minutes to incorporate. So I think I want a little bit more gravy. So I'm going to add a half a cup more to start of heavy cream, and then another half cup of beef broth. So that's 2.5 cups of heavy cream, 1 cup of beef broth. Now I'm going to turn the heat up, and I'm going to bring this to a simmer. And I'm going to add some black pepper right now. We're going to add more in a little bit because what is country gravy without black pepper? Absolutely nothing. Now I'm just going to give this mixture a taste really quickly to see if we need to add some salt. Probably not going to. Gonna need just a pinch. So I'm gonna do that now. Pinch of salt. All right, now I'm gonna give this time to thicken up. Okay, you can see it's a rolling boil. I gave this about 3 or 4 minutes to do that and thicken up. I'm gonna shut the heat off now. I've got my hamburger steaks back over here. I'm going to ladle this mixture on the burgers because this cast iron skillet is super heavy and I do not want to drop it and lose 1 drop of this fantastic gravy. So I'm just going to take it, I'm going to ladle it right over the burgers. Ooh, wee, friends. I'm going to do all this and I'll be right back. I mean, friends, look at that. Our hamburger steaks with carnivore country gravy. Yeehaw! We're going to hit it with some more black pepper. If you partake, I love country gravy with black pepper. You can use what you want. $3.75. I'm going to say about 20 minutes, 15 to 20. Our burgers, you know, we browned those so they're not completely raw. So till your burgers are cooked. How about that? But I'm going to set the timer for 15 minutes. To the oven. Friends, I forgot to tell you, I got my test results and on my chart, so my doctor hasn't called yet, but on the chart it says 5.7 and below is non-diabetic, 5.7 to something is pre-diabetic, and then diabetic. Listen, y'all, so 5.7 is not diabetic. I was 5.9. Woo! Okay, so I'm so close. Was I hoping for a little bit better? Yes, but I'm not upset because, listen, I've only been doing carnivore, stricter carnivore, for 2.5 months. So when I put that in, I've dabbled. I've dipped my toe in the carnivore pond before that. But remember we did the World Carnivore Month in January, and that's really where I started this carnivore journey and adding just a few things here and there. So it's only been 2.5 months. So listen, I'm very pleased with that. It said in the notes, follow up in 3 months. I think she's going to have me come back in 3 months, test me again. And I'm sure, I'm not going to say I'm sure, I know I will be below that and no longer diabetic. I'm now considered pre-diabetic. So listen, it's a win. It's about getting healthy. It's about getting off of those meds. And if it takes me, listen, I was pretty sick, and you know what I mean by sick when I say that, you know, very insulin resistant, unhealthy guts, the diverticulitis, and I think it's going to take me a while, and I don't have a problem with that. I'm going to keep the course. I'm not discouraged. I'm pretty pleased with the results, actually, and you know, everybody's different. It may take me a little bit longer than it does somebody else, and somebody it may take even longer than me. It's not a race. It's not about who wins first. It's how about we all get to the finish line healthy. And the finish line, I mean in life, not the finish line. Anyway, so there they are. I'm happy. Like I said, I haven't heard from her, so I don't know what my plans are, what she's going to decide, if she wants me to carry on for another 3 months and then we go from there. I don't know. I just saw that those testers, everything else was normal. So yeah, so I'm happy with that. So anyway, there you go. I'll be back to show you dinner. It's looking good. Something else I wanted to say. So I have been on cholesterol meds. I have been on them for quite a while. High cholesterol runs in my family. Whether you believe that is hereditary or not, that is your opinion. I don't know either way. But I didn't have high cholesterol for the longest time. So I do have high cholesterol. A couple months ago, when I started this, I stopped my cholesterol meds. I didn't tell my doctor, but I told her the other day, Monday at my doctor's appointment, and I told her, so if my cholesterol is high, this is why I'm not taking my cholesterol meds. So my cholesterol was high. Of course, I knew it was going to be, but here's the thing. It wasn't as high as I thought it would be coming from high cholesterol and eating carnivore, because as we all know, carnivore diet does raise your cholesterol. So she did put in my notes suggesting that I start back on my cholesterol meds. So that is her decision, and I guess it'll be my decision whether I start back on the cholesterol meds. But I just wanted to be clear with you. I don't want to be dishonest with you or anything about my test results. Everything else was perfect. My A1C, she said she loved my A1C. She loved my glucose. Everything else, all of my other tests, she did a complete blood work, and everything was within normal range other than my cholesterol. My good cholesterol was good. My bad cholesterol was normal. It was just that total cholesterol. So I don't really understand how to read all of that. She knows, so when I talk to her, I'll get all those answers. But I just wanted to keep it 100% honest with you. I'm not trying to hide anything from you, okay? Here we go, friends. Carnivore hamburger steaks with country gravy. Ooh, we also have salad. I made Elena her favorite Olive Garden salad. And then for the boys, I have the, this is a Big City Chef that we make at the pizza shop. I brought them home one of those and whipped them up some homemade ranch dressing. Let's give this a try. My mouth's watering. There it is. Mm-hmm. So good. If you love a comfort food and you're missing something like this is one of my favorite things, is hamburger steaks, because it's just so easy. And then you put that gravy on top of there. Win-win. Listen, make this about 20-25 minutes in the oven at 375. You just want to get your burgers cooked through. So simple, so easy, but so delicious and so comforting, like a big hug. Listen, I saw my analytics the other day, and it said about 50% of you all who watch don't like and subscribe. Quit being a peeping, I started to say something else. Quit being a peeping Tom. Climb over the fence. Have fun with us. We're fun here. I don't sell you anything. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm just someone who loves to cook, who loves to hang out with you, and I'm trying to get healthy. So, click that like button, subscribe so you can hang out with us. If you don't want to, that's okay. All right, have a good night. And as always, for all of you who are my regulars, thanks for coming and hanging out in my kitchen tonight.